If you look into your own heart and find something that shocks you, how can you say that you really know yourself? Mr. Stumer, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I want to invite everybody to think about yourself. I want to let you know that it is okay. I believe that following who you are as a person and what your dreams are will lead to a career you enjoy and thus a happier and healthier life. As students, we barely go a week without the thoughts of the future and careers stampeding our thoughts. This overwhelming feeling is extended when somebody asks the dreaded question, "What did you do with the chocolate?" Now, what do you want to do when you leave school? We have to spit out a career. What I see happening with teens are one of two things. Number one, parents and teachers pushing students into careers that are high paying, however lack the interest and appeal of teens. Pressure is piled on young people to make critical decisions regarding their careers. This pressure causes too many unique, irreplaceable, and creative students and young minds to abandon their own identity and pursue the aspirations of their parents or teachers. Even at the age where we can drive by ourselves, my friends and I are still very influenced by our parents. After finally getting them out of the car, we still can't get rid of their bad habits. Amongst the pressure to succeed, we see that they only want what is best for us. However, so do traditional Indian parents who still practice the tradition of arranged marriages. Our parents have been around for a long time, more than likely encountering people who hate their job. Maybe their friend who is a construction worker absolutely hates his tedious long hours of work. Meanwhile, their child sits quietly in the corner, fascinated by stacking and unstacking his Lego blocks that he hasn't left alone since the Christmas he received them. As a teen, his clear development and excel at woodwork and metalwork in high school seems invisible to his parents, who instead push this young mind into an accounting degree because he is in a high level of math. Because of this, the second thing I see happening to people my age are students losing their identity due to lack of exercising and developing of personality. Ladies and gentlemen, what is society left with? The question of what do you want to be when you grow up crumbles our young generation, your kids, my friends, into a wave of lost souls looking for the thing they want to do. At this point in time, people are nearing the end of high school, considering the next step in life. Graduation, moving out, university, schoolies, don't tell mum. Pressures, stereotypes, and misinterpreting guardians compel students to merely close their eyes and pick a course and a career path. I mean, this isn't a dog name or a toy at a carnival stand. We need to make sure that enough thought is put into these decisions. Employers wonder why their staff lack interest. Maybe because their staff have just come out of university and they don't want to spend 90,000 hours of their life somewhere they don't want to be. Maybe because they feel awkward, unfitted, like being a tennis ball shoved in the foundations of a brick wall. So who is to blame? I know I've been banging on about our parents being the problem, and they are the easy ones to blame. However, in another perspective, the education system is quickly deteriorating the aspects of a student which makes them them. Some kids learn by listening, some by doing, some by writing, and some by reading. As an expert on schooling, I can see a trend with why students fall behind. All they really need is a personalized teaching method. In chemistry this year, I experienced this frustration. First year of senior ATAR chemistry. I was never the best at chem, nor was I the bottom of the class. However, week after week, the words on the PowerPoint and in my book just weren't making sense. I knew that all I needed was for somebody to explain it in normal words with a diagram, just something. Almost every lesson I would raise my hand to ask for a simple diagram on the board to show myself and the class what we were actually learning and how it worked. If I wasn't responded to with an eye roll and a sigh, it was a, we don't have time. We need to keep going with the content. We can loop back later. I'm sure you can imagine the frustration and the distress this caused, and then further envision when it came to exam block and I was flicking through my book and saw all these empty spots I left for us to come back to but never did. Not once were we offered to stay after class, and believe me, I asked, but she always was busy. This is why kids fall behind. That exam resulted in the worst score I have ever received in a long time. No wonder students cannot keep up when the education system has been the same since my parents were in school. Society and students are changing, and the Queensland education system needs to change with it. Otherwise, they're going to be left behind. My greatest fear is to see my friends, my little brothers, all of you here today, get dragged into careers that are forced upon you. I don't want to hear another person say what career I should not and should go into. I encourage all the parents here tonight, all the teachers here tonight, to observe their child, their student, more deeply underneath the layer of school and strengths of subjects, but what they actually enjoy and what they are good at. For me, my parents have observed that I'm pretty bossy. They have told me on many occasions. What can I say? I'm an older sister with a little temper. We have talked, and I think I want to go into project managing after school. I encourage all students here today to live a little, experience something new, and explore all your options, because you never know what you might find that interests you. Develop who you are and consider who you want to be, because if you look into your heart and see something that surprises you, how can you say that you truly know yourself?